guys, welcome back to SMB Designs. Today we are picking up from our book of ideas, and this is the next one we have in the book, and it was sent to me. I believe it was a Happy Mail swap, but I just love it. I love how long it is. So essentially you could even use this as a belly band and have a pocket coming out here. Now this one is a little too long for my book, so we're going to measure my book and see the length that I need. Before we make this, get my ruler here, and my pages are about 8¼ inches. No, that's wrong. 8½ inches wide. So I will need to make sure that this is made within that size. I want to make mine about 8¼ I want a little give room on top and bottom. So I have picked out some stuff. This was a scrap that I had, and I believe it will fold over nicely to make one. Yeah, there's plenty of room there. So let's get out our handy cutter, and we're going to cut this at 8¼ for the length. I have to pull this out. Okay. So 8¼ should be right there. Save that scrap. It's good for something else. Okay. We may need this again in a minute, so I'm just going to keep it out. I want this to be about the same size as that, so I'm going to score it down the middle. Let me see how wide it actually is. It is basically 3¼ wide, so I want to do it at, I'll just do 1½ and then I can cut a difference if I need to. Maybe I should measure the size of this first, the width. That would be smart, huh? Okay, this is almost 2½ Well, it's a little more than 2½. Almost 2¾ So, where did I put that paper? There it is. And I said this one was, yeah, we got plenty of room to fold it over. Oh my goodness, it's going to drive me nuts. I'm just going to fold it, and then I'll deal with it. I'm not a measurer. I don't claim to be. I don't like measuring. Okay, now use your bone folder to mark that crease in there good. And now we need to work on our inside for the pocket. And for that, I did find that I had this piece of this cardstock left, and it fits. It's a little narrow, so we'll want to cut this down a little bit, just a very little bit. Oh my goodness. Today is a fumble day. I can tell already. If you guys haven't, we have Wacky Wednesday on Wednesday evenings, 7 o'clock Central. And it's a good fun time. So I invite you to join us. That is on my channel. I didn't take much off, but I got scared because I forgot where I was at. I'm telling you, it's one of those days. Just one of those days. Okay, just a little bitty bit more. Just a little bitty bit, I mean. You know how I told you a sliver a lot in the last one? It's a sliver, basically. That much. That much. And now we're going to flip it around to the other side. We're going to fold it back in half and cut off what is extra. Shows it should be right there and right there. So let's do it. There's our amount we cut off. And that gives us our base for our pocket. And we need this one to be, how tall did we make this one? Already forgotten. 8 1/4. So we need this to be maybe 8. That give it plenty of room. That's the only thing I don't like about this cutter is this flip out thing. Okay, so 8 we said. Got a little bit there to cut off. That can be used for something. Okay, so this is the basic premise for our envelope. Well, it's not an envelope, it's our belly band pocket thing. So we've got this side, and I love it. I think it's beautiful, but we need to put some stuff on this side because we want the strength from the glue to help strengthen our page. So I got my art glitter glue out, and I have some scraps from the papers that we did earlier, and I think I really like this grid one, so I'm going to do it. It's just coffee dyed paper, and I'm going to put glue all over the back of this, as close to the edge as you can get it. If you have fumbly hands like mine, just smear it around. And a lot of wiggly stuff in the middle. I hope you're liking this series, the Book of Ideas. If you are, let me know in the comments below. And if you have something you think I need to add to the Book of Ideas series, let me know that as well. And I'll be glad to work on that. Now we've got that on there. The glue is a little bit stronger on it. It's not quite as strong as I thought it would be, but it will be just fine. It's just going to pull out and be written on the back, so it's not a big deal. Get my handy cutter out and lining it up with the edge of this and the edge of that. I think we're okay to cut. Why am I not cutting? I was too far over, wasn't I? I was cutting. Goodness me. What a day. We're going to cut that little sliver off the edge of all of it because I don't want it on there. That didn't cut anything. There we go. Just a little bitty bit. If you like using your scissors, you're more than welcome to use your scissors for this, but I do not cut straight. To save my life, I could not do it. So I rely heavily on this little jewel here. I still got a little bitty bit sticking out right there, so we're going to See if we can't take that little bitty bit off. Yes, we did. Okay. So, we do need a tab for the outside edge. And I had tossed a piece of, there it is. Here is a piece of leftover scrap that I have that was from this same fabric, same paper stack. And so I'm going to fold it in half. Make sure it's in half, and then I'm going to use my bone folder to ensure that I have that line good. Now you can leave it like this, or you can do like they did, and it looks like they just put it together and cut sides off. So what I'm going to do, because again I can't cut straight, I have a corner cutter that I got from Temu. Wait, I didn't get it from Temu. I got it from Amazon, but Temu has them cheaper. I think that's what I was trying to say. And I'm going to stick it in there and let it cut. Oh yeah, that's a good cut. Got me a little bit there, don't I? It's gonna make me pull them scissors out anyway. There we go. Okay, and we don't need it this wide to go on there. So I just need it to be like that much. So we're going to go ahead and cut this. I know I'm brave and going in with scissors, but they were right there. You know how that goes. Let's see if this is wide enough. I'm telling you, it is a fumbly day. I'm feeling the fumbles right now. Oh yeah, that's going to be a nice little side piece. Okay. I don't like this edge, so I'm going to go in with my scissors and see if I can clean it a little bit. There we go. And this one's got kind of the same thing going on, just little rough pieces out there. I don't like that. And there's a little bitty bit here that, this is where I get in trouble, y'all. This is where I get in trouble always. Because I see a little bitty bit sticking out, and I try to cut it, and I cut too far in. I know this. I know this is a problem for me. Do I obey and listen to myself and say don't cut it? No. I cut it anyway. Every single time. But I'm getting a little bit better. Okay. So we've got our paper on the back for writing. That's good. Our front, you know, theirs is so much nicer. I think she used a file folder. Let me get a piece of file folder and we'll redo this a little bit. Okay, I'm not sure how you guys are, but we have tons of old file folders that we've used and just pulled out and we're going to get rid of, and so I saved them for this very reason. Okay, it's going to be good length. I don't want that bend part in it, so let's just put it over on this end, and we'll do it from the inside so I can maybe save some of the rest of it. Yeah, that's going to look good. We're going to put this on there, and then depending on the thickness, we will either put another paper on the outside of it, or we will just grunge this up a little bit, which it looks like they put dictionary page on that one. But I wanted to be able to write on it. I wanted it to be very useful in the journal. It's a narrow spot, but it doesn't have to be real wide to jot down a few thoughts. So I'm about to get that glue on there. All right. We need a little bit of glue right there in that very tip top. Okay. So I'm going to put that down there, making sure my edge at the bottom lines up. That's what I'm looking at. And then just lay it down. however it lays, because you're going to cut that out. So let me get our cutter. See, it's not exactly straight, so I need to make sure that I'm paying attention to that. Okay, we'll save that file folder for something else. I do have a little bit on the outside edge, and I don't want that, so I will go back in. But at the first point, I could not see where it was trying to cut because the file folder was so large. But now I can. I ordered new glasses, guys. I cannot wait for them to come in. I have never in my life had problems, so many problems with eyes at once. It's crazy. Okay, there's a little sliver there, and I'm going to have to get that off or it's going to drive me bananas. So, there we go. That should have taken it off, yes. Okay. I still see a little bit there. Ah! I'll work on it with the scissors. Okay. That's lined up. It's still showing a little bit, so we're going to take just a little more off. Okay, I think that did it. Except for that right there. We're gonna take another line off of that. That's just too annoying not to. I know somebody is probably screaming at me in the comments, but it's okay. It'll be okay. Make sure I have it the same all the way down. I do, none of it cut. Okay. I'm going to work the rest with scissors. So this is definitely giving it a lot more stability that I wanted. So I would definitely recommend using a file folder for backing. And then put your pretty paper or whatever you want on it, or just grunge it up. If you hear my dogs, please forgive that. They are stirred up. One of them, if one barks, all of the other ones think that they have to too. And there's nothing and nobody going on outside my door. So, yeah. There's a little bitty spot there that's going to drive me bananas. Okay, got that. Good. Good. Persistence. Okay. Now that we've got that, I showed you how to put paper on it. There's plenty of it, I think, left. I could do paper again. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I really like this this coffee dyed paper, so just put your glue back on it. I am not a straight gluer. but it gets the job done. Go. Glue everywhere. Okay. Make sure there's no extra seepage on there. Got a little bit of glue right there. Move that. Okay. So I think we're good to go ahead and use our cutter. Didn't have it quite far enough, did I? I don't know why my cutter's acting funny. It's not cutting exactly where I want it. Okay. Take our little scissors and trim any extra you want off. Same process. Have y'all been creating this week? I hope so. If you have, let me know in the comments what you've been making. I'd love to hear. Oh my goodness. I should probably count how long it takes me to trim the edge off of this. Probably takes me more time to do that than to make the whole thing. If you're a crafter with OCD, you know exactly why I'm doing this. If you're not, just bear with us. We get there. Okay, now that we've got that done, just going to make sure this kind of lays out flat whenever the glue is curing. I will roll my brayer over it just to make sure the glue is adhered good. There we go. Okay, now we need to decide which side is up. The side with the writing on it or the side, I think I like it this way. So we need to take our little tab that we made, put just a little bit of glue here and here, and put it on there, just a little ways down. I think the writing went the other direction, so we're going to do this. I'm going to line it up with where our notches are right there, where we have the pointed ends. That's what I'm going to line it up with. You could line it up with the bottom however you wanted to. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so now for this, I did pull out my double-sided tape. We just need it on both ends. You can use glue, it's just fine. I don't know, I just wanted to use double-sided tape today. And I need something to use to pull it off with. There we go. So one end. And the other end. I love double-sided tape. I don't know why I don't use it more. Okay, now I do have a little bit on this end that went too far over, so I'm going to just snip that off. There we go. And I'm going to use my handy pokey tool to pull these up. Right now I'm just kind of burnishing it down with my fingernail. There it is. My beautiful pokey tool I got from Miss Zena, the Sassy Crafter. She makes them. Isn't it beautiful? It's so handy. I use it for all kind of stuff. It just catches so well. And then let that be turned down there. Okay, so let's make sure everything fits good. Uh-oh. Oh, our double-sided tape took up a little bit more room. So we're going to need to cut a little bit off. Yeah, I didn't give it enough room. It's okay. We can cut a little bit off of both ends and it will be fine. There's that end. And this end. See if that did it. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. So now we need to do something to the outside. It's kind of plain on its own. I had some cutouts that I could do. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want these or not. So let me take a look and I'll be right back. Okay, I have this very old and well-worn pattern envelope and I opened it up and I'm going to cut her out, I believe, and put her on there. Let me lay this on it and make sure she's going to fit. Yeah, she'll fit. We just may have to cut a leg off. She don't need to. Hang on. Okay, she's all cut out. But I do want to add a little bit of lace to it. This lace I just got at the Dollar Tree. It was really inexpensive and you got a good little bit. So if you're looking for some, that's a good place to try. And so I need to cut it right about there. Now you can glue this on with Fabri-Tac, you can glue it on with art glitter glue, either way because they both dry clear. I personally try to put it on the lace in the thicker parts and the bands on the outside edges. Just my personal preference. But you do you, boo-boo. I like those areas because they're thicker with the threads and stuff, and they tend to hold pretty good. So I'm doing both sides. And it's just very little glue. It's just enough to make it tack to it. I'm not trying to make it swim or nothing. Okay. So we're going to put that down this side. Ah, I got glue out there, huh? Good thing it dries clear. And art glitter glue is quick grabbing, just so you know. Doesn't take it long, and it has grabbed a hold of it and ran with it. Okay, I'm going to cut our little extra end off there. There we go. Alright, that's nice and pretty. Now here's our little lady, and she's a little bit wide. Her legs kind of go wonky. So we're going to put her on like this, and all I had to chop off is a foot. Yes. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Okay. With art glitter glue, you do want to try and get it on there pretty good the first time. So be sure you're paying attention to where your pieces belong. Okay. I have made that decision and put it down. And now all we have to do is cut off just a little spot right here. Looks like her elbow and her foot. And she sure don't need neither one of them, so it's okay. It's all good. Okay, so that's what she's looking like. And I like her. I think she's really cute. I think we may need a word or some numbers. These are the numbers from the pattern. Maybe I'll just put those on there. I do have some stamps I could use if I don't like this. I think I like it up there in that corner like that, so that's what I'm going to do for mine. Alright. And it probably needs to go numbers out since that opening is out this way. I'm guessing. Alright. Guys, there is our pocket / belly band idea. So I hope you enjoyed this and make one for yourself. And we will only be doing the one today because I'm obviously having issues with, cutting and stuff. So I hope you enjoy it. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.